Hello students, this is Miss Dalton and today's video is on solving quadratics by square roots. You can use this method only when a quadratic does not have a linear term. So when that linear term is missing, then you can solve by square roots. What you're going to do is you're going to isolate the squared term. You're going to take the square root of each side and then simplify. Use exact answers only. Which means you're going to have to simplify the square roots if you have any, and I will show you how to do that in class, and then check your answers. Be careful of extraneous solutions as well, which means you're going to have to take your answers and plug them back in to make sure that they work. Okay, so let's look at our first example. We have 2x squared minus 15 equals 65. So notice that your linear term, your bx, you do not have x, you have x squared, so you can use your square roots. You want to get that squared term by itself, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add 15 to both sides. Which will give you 2x squared equals 80, and then you'll divide both sides by 2, so x squared will equal 40. Okay, well then to get your x by itself, you will want to take the square root of both sides, which will cancel off that square, and so then we'll have x equals, and we say that it's the plus and the minus of the square root 40. Now leave some room under this answer, because in class I'm going to talk to you about how to simplify your square roots. Okay, let's look at this next example. So we have 1/3 times x minus 4 squared equals 11. So if you remember, to get rid of your 1/3, we can't divide by a fraction. So instead, we're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, which would just be 3/1, which we can just say we're multiplying by 3. That's going to cancel this off. So then you'll just have x minus 4 squared. And then here, when you multiply by 3, multiply that 11 by 3, you get 33. And then at this point, to get rid of your square, you take the square root. Those are inverses of each other. And so we have x minus 4 equals the positive and negative square root of 33. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add 4. Now, when you add 4 to this side, I would recommend putting the 4 in the front. I wouldn't really want to put the 4 at the end of the square root of 33, because then sometimes it looks like that 4 is under the radical. So we're going to put 4 plus or minus the square root of 33. Again, leave a little bit of space in case we need to simplify that radical. Okay, the last example for now, we're going to add 6 to both sides. So you'll have x squared over 25 equals 4. And then now to undo the division of 25, we want to multiply both sides by 25. So this will cancel. Then we'll have x squared equal to 100. And then we'll take the square root of both sides. Well, 100 is a perfect square, so that's going to be x equals plus or minus, the square root of 100 is 10, so plus or minus 10. Okay, that's it for this video. Short and sweet. Come to class ready to work and have your questions written out, and I will show you or just kind of refresh your memory on how to simplify radicals.